Back here again, Langdale Pikes. We're back in Langdale, old Dungeon Gill just back down the road there where I've parked, and we're on here back in August just before I went on holiday to Scotland, and that's where we went on that one, Pike of Lisco, when it was, when I was talking about autumn was just round the corner and it was freezing up there, and then last week we had a camp up on Hill Crag, opposite side of Great End, and it was absolutely red hot, 20 degrees. This weather just don't know what it's doing. Just get over this cattle grid without falling in. Success. Yeah, it don't know what it's doing, this weather. I mean, today it's quite mild, it's about 10-12 degrees. It's due to drop down to something like 4 or 5 overnight. There's no wind forecast, single digit figure winds again, but feels like temperature's supposed to be something like 3 or 4 degrees. So we're going up yon. Plan is Bowfell, going up the band. This will be about the 4th time I've climbed this, I think. 4th or 5th time. It's a right old slog. The MWIS is given 80% summit free, or cloud free summit should I say. And at the minute, Crinkle Crags and Bowfell up there, I've got a cap of cloud on them. So I'm hoping that clears. We'll see when we get up there. So yeah, plan is to go up Bowfell somewhere, try and find a spot up there for a camp to eat, and that'll be another Wainwright ticked off that I'll have camped on. So we'll get cracking that road here, that track, fruit farm, start making his way up the band. Well, we're well into his ascent of the band, and because there's no breeze and no wind, there's midges all over. Come through a couple of 8 swarms on them there. I hope there's a little bit of a breeze further up onto the tops, because I ain't fetched my midge net. So fingers crossed there's a little bit of breeze up there. So we're a fair way up the band, maybe halfway. I've just had to stop down here to take my sentry off, because it's really muggy. We're meant to be like 16-18 mile an hour winds, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing. I was saying with midges, I hope there's a bit of wind up there, but looking up to Crinkle Crags, that clag on top, it's just not moving. We've got a good view at Langdale Pikes from here. Like I was saying, there's just no movement in wind, and it's so, because there's a bit of moisture in it there, it's so muggy, and I'm absolutely wet through. So yeah, I took my sentry off before that started getting wet with sweat. So we'll keep going. I've got another little steep bit to go at, and it sort of flattens out a little bit before that last push up to 3 tarns. We'll stop at 3 tarns for some water, get some water filtered the top up, and then we'll get up onto Bowfell. Well, we've been walking on, well, I won't say flat, but this is about as flat as it gets when you get the band out of the way. This is what it's sort of looking at, and it goes again 3 times as just up here. I've just remembered and all, I wanted to do the Climbers Traverse route, and it takes you upside the Great Slab. Is it the Great Slab? The slab or something like that, the Great Slab or something. I I've done it before, but I need water. Like all the way up I kept thinking to myself, I'll do climb this traverse again this time when I went up, and then I've already mentioned that I need water, so I'm gonna have to go up the normal route up to 3 times, get my water up there, and then we'll head up onto Bowfell. It's clearing a little bit now, as you can see. Still a little bit lingering of it crinkles, but it is lifting. So hopefully it is forecasted, a favourable forecast actually for today and tomorrow morning. We're supposed to be getting some sun, but looking at this sky, don't look as though we're going to be getting any time soon. But if there's some of this low cloud kicking about, wisping round mountains that I like to see, I'm all for that. I do like to see them sort of conditions, to be fair. Right, I remember, change of plan. We are going up the Climbers Traverse route, because the last time, or the only time that I've come this route, I'm positive that so far round, before you sort to get to where Bowfell buttresses, somewhere along there, I'm sure I can remember some water coming over the path. There was a little spring, there's no marked on map, but there was water coming down there, and it was clear water. So I'm risking it. We're going to go route, see if I can find some water. If not, we'll have to get up onto the top, and I'm sure I'll be able to find something somewhere. So we shall see what, or shall I say, see if we can find what I was thinking. I'm sure it were up here, I'm sure on it. We'll soon find out. Ah, this is it, here we go. So that's the route we're taking along here. There is a little bit of sort of exposure, a little bit. I can sort of remember now. I'm 100% sure there's a water source along here. We'll see when we get there. I'll keep my eye out for it. But yeah, it's coming back to me now. I say it's a while since I've come along here. A lot of years since. I can remember coming up that stone staircase here, knackering. Right, we'll get along here, see if we can find this water source. Whew. I'm sure this is it here. It's not running right well, but there's a spring coming out just here. There's a little pool there. I'm gonna have to get my water here. I've got no other choice, because like I say, I've been on Bowfell that many times. I can't think whether there's water up there. I'm sure there ain't. So I'm going to try and locate where it's running here and get my water here. Right then, that's a few litre of water filtered. I've got a litre in my beefy and then a litre bottle, and then I've got that. You can see how clear it is. You can sort of, there's like little, it's running out from behind this rock here. You can hear it running there, but you can't get to where it's actually running. But there's a puddle just at base there, a nice clear puddle that it's flowing into, and then it comes down here. But it's obviously ain't grassy, it's a little bit dirty, so I've got it tied at puddle at back there, and it's nice and clear, as you can see. Right then, we'll carry on along this traverse past now. We shouldn't be far off where Great Slab is. We should start to see Bowfell buttress. We should get a really nice view from just round the corner now. Right then, we've got to where the Bowfell buttress is. The great slab is just up here, up above us. This is where we'll start cutting off up here. That water source is just here. I know I've just got water from back there. I weren't 100% on that, but I thought to myself it must be. The one I was thinking of was just here. It's flowing a lot better there, but I've got what I need now, so I'm not emptying it out. It's clear water what I've got, so yeah. Right then, we're going to start making his way off up here. Nice little steep climb just to the top. No, technical or out series from what I can remember. It's just a little bit of a scree path up to the top, so we'll get going. We're sort of halfway up. This clagg's coming now, as you can see, but if you were to be able to see it, but the great slab is just there. You don't see what we've come up there, but it's just steep, scree, really low stuff, but there's some really big stuff as well, and it's all loose. So you just have to, same as always, just make sure of your foot placings, and if you're having to grab other stuff, make sure you don't pull on out loose and pull it onto your side. Just make sure your hand holds and stuff. And there's lots of crows flying about just out here. And because it's claggy and I can't see out, it's really eerie. And hearing them crows crowing and all, it makes it really sort of a really eerie senses type of thing. So yeah, we'll keep going. We're not far off top. I have just literally nearly shit myself because just coming up there and I heard this whooshing sound, really loud whooshing sound, and for a split second I thought it was all bloody rock falling. I shit myself and I looked up and there were two bloody crows come flying straight down the edge of the cliff face here, chasing one another, and it was like a whooshing sound. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell, me looking at my heart was like, whoa shit. When you're coming up this sort of stuff, that type of noise what you're not sure on, you do not need to be hearing that. My god. Right, we've got a little bit better view of the great slab. I don't know whether I can make it out just there. I've no idea like this, I'm just totally guessing, but obviously mountains are formed by tectonic plates coming together and shoving, they come together point to point and shove up against each other like that. That's what creates mountains and sedimentary layers and stuff. So I'm assuming that is one of these tectonic plates or whatever that formed these mountains millions and billions of years ago, that's come up and has got shoved up at an angle like that. That's what I think it is. Don't quote me, I'm not 100% sure. So we're not far off at top. And these bloody crows, they're just, because they can't see me, because it's claggy, they can't see me, and they're coming in and they're just swooping in and out, and as soon as they see me they're detouring. Because they're such big birds, the noise that the wings are making, and because it's so quiet, there's no wind and it's claggy, it's very, very eerie. It's playing on sensors, I can tell you that for now. Not scared out like that, but it just gives you that, extra sense, that sensory sort of feeling. But yeah, anyway, we're not far off at top now, so we'll go over to the summit, and then we'll go and see if we can try and find somewhere to pitch. Bowfell, 902 metres. I'm sure this is about my 5th or 6th time up here. Can't see sod all today. That's my view. So my plan is to carry on across summit towards where, so what you drop down to where our gap is, where you go to S Pike, and then you can drop down to Angle Tarn. So I'm sure I can remember last time I come up here, we took this route and we ended up over on S Pike. We camped on S Pike, and I'm sure we came across a little bit of a col, a really nice grassy col, but there were foreigners. There were only enough room for about 2 tents, so I'm going to keep going that way. It's going to be a little bit difficult locating it, obviously with next to no visibility, but I'm hoping this clears. On Enwis and even on Met Office, it's supposed to be 80% chance of cloud free summits. So we'll keep going that way, and what I'll do instead of keep faffing about, because there's no to see, like you can see, once I find a spot where we're going to camp, where I'm going to pitch tent, that's when I'll fetch you back. So I'll see you in a short while, and for me it'll be however long it takes. I'll catch up with you shortly. Right, well, this is the spot where I was thinking, this is the spot that I clapped ties on last time, and it's in a little bit of a col. We're on the 880 metre contour line, and we're smack above the Bowfell buttress, that's looking straight down it just there. I've got signal here as well. I've just rechecked weather forecast, and it's still saying it's supposed to be sunny now with a little bit of cloud but clear. And then from, it's, what time is it now? I forgot what time it was. Forgot to put my watch on, by the way. Absolute numpty. It's 5 to 6, and sunset is, I think it was 18 minutes past 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little walk a little bit further on, see if there's anywhere else. Other than that, we're not getting any views now. Bit look on it. This spot just here will do me just fine. And then tomorrow morning, hopefully, it's supposed to be misty like this all night now. Apparently we're all 8 o'clock tomorrow morning when we've got sun and showers. Winds stay constant. It's supposed to be like I was saying earlier, it's supposed to be like 14 mile an hour, 16 to 18 mile an hour gusts. It stays pretty much what that forecast is all through night tomorrow morning, but there's just nothing. There's a very, very slight whisper of a breeze, but that's about it. So yeah, we'll have a little bit, have a walk further on, see if we can spot out else. If not, we'll come back there, and that's where we're going to be pitching for neat. Them bloody crows. I can just about make it out. There's one on a rock over there. Well, you'll not see it. Keep flying about here. Like I was saying back when we were coming up that past Great Slab, because they can't see me, you know, they come flying quite close, then they see me and they aye, there we are. I had a quick walk over there. Well, I say a quick walk over there, about 15 or 20 minutes, and I sort of had a quick look at map, and I thought to myself, have we to drop down to our gap and go down to Angle Tarn, because I don't know if I said, I rechecked weather forecast, and it was supposed to have been sunny up to sort of 6-7 o'clock, and then mist, but the cloud level 800 meters, so obviously we're above 800 meters. So I thought if we get down Angle Tarn area, we'll be below cloud base, and at least we'll be able to see something. But it was just after 6 o'clock, about 5 past 6. Quick check at sunset, and sunset were actually 10 past 7. I thought to myself, well, it's going to be at least 3/4 an hour walk down there. So I decided against it. Had a little scan about further up there. Couldn't really, there was a really nice sort of flat area, but there were sheep about. There were half a dozen sheep hanging about, and there were sheep shite all over. I thought, well, it looked a nice spot, but I didn't want to be kicking sheep shit all over the place and sheep hanging about. So I came back here, got pitched. It's now 25 to 7. Got my centre brew on go. Got all my kit out. And that's about it. That's the state of play. And as you can see, we can't see naught. So that's that. There'll not be many sights and views going on this one, unless we get some tomorrow morning. It is supposed to be clear in morning, like I say. Sunrise 25 past 7, 8 past 7 or something. With showers. It's a good job that last thing I did chuck my waterproofs in into elastic pocket up back at pack. So I've got my trousers and my raincoat in there, so it's a good job I did. So yeah, I'm gonna suck my brew, get my tea on go early, kick back, relax, because there's no else to do. And I'll fetch you back a little bit later on. Well, I've had my tea. I've just boiled the kettle. So another brew I've got. It's 20 past 9. There's no happening out there. Sun, well, you saw earlier and there were no sunset. Recheck weather. There's supposed to be clear from 7 o'clock in the morning. It's just changing by hour. Every time I look at it, it's something different. But from 7 o'clock in the morning, it's supposed to be clear with a sunrise, but a bit of rain as well. So we'll see about that. I'll set my alarm for 6ish. Get up, see what crack is. But what I'm going to do is, like I say, I'm going to get this brew. I've got a few bits of chocolate as per usual, some Kit Kats and a few baked rolls and that. So I'm going to get these, get this brew, have a little bit of a catch up on my phone, and I'm going to get my head down, I think, because I've only just finished off at Neats this morning. Had a couple of hours kip, had about half an hour deliberating, looking at map and looking at forecasts to whether I were actually going to come out, to which point I thought, yeah, sod it, I'm going to chance it. It's one of them when I sometimes think maybe I should have stopped at home in a comfortable bed when I can't see out like what I've got to eat, but at least it's not windy. As you can see, there is nothing, there's absolutely nothing, there's not even a breath of wind up here. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to get this brew, get these chocolates down me and that. So I shall bid you a good night, and we'll see what tomorrow morning brings. Hi, good morning. It is bang on 7 o'clock. I've been up about 40 minutes. I set my alarm for 6. I poked my head out, got out at one foot sleeping bag because I needed to take a leak. Got back in. It's rather cold out here this morning. Not bitter cold, but cold enough. But at least we've got some views this morning. How long it'll last, I don't know. Because I've had a quick look at weather forecast and that's all changed again. It's supposed to be misty and foggy now, well 10 o'clock with rain, and the sun not arrive well 12 o'clock. So as always, we take that with a pinch of salt. But at least we can see what I was showing you yesterday. That's looking straight down Bowfell Buttress, straight down into Langdale Park's just there. I've already had kettle on, that's boiled, just waiting for water to cool a little bit before I put it on my coffee bag. And on this side, oh, I can feel cold on my hands now in this bit of breeze. There's a little bit of breeze got up during night, not a lot, maybe 8 to 10 mile an hour in highest bit of wind, but it is cold. I can feel it on my fingers now. But yeah, we've got S-Pike just here. I think that's Alan Crags just behind it. Great end behind Alan Crags. Coming round Heel Crag where I was last week. And then of course you've got the Scarfell range. And slight side end just over here. Cracking shot at tent looking that way. Just been taking a few pictures at tent with the Scarfells behind it. But yeah, it's I don't know if I was saying yesterday, this spot here, one that I'd sort of scoped out, and I'd actually got it peer wide on my map on my Topo GPS app on my phone. So I came straight to it yesterday, as you saw, as you'll have seen already. But it's one I think I might come back to. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in winter, definitely in summer. Although we've just come out of summer, haven't we? So I think the official last day of summer was a few days ago. What date is it today? I think it's something like 24th or 25th of September today. The actual official last day of summer was a few days ago, weren't it? So anyway, I'm gonna jump back into that nice warm bag and get a brew on and a bit of porridge. Get warm back up. It's about 7:30 I think. Time is it? 25 past 7. Just so I got my brew on go. I'm just making myself some porridge. I don't know if I was saying, I certainly didn't say earlier on this morning, but I don't think I mentioned yesterday. Route I'm taking down, it's I'm going to carry on further round down Gap, which is the bit of a call before you go up S-Pike. You turn right there and you can walk down to Angletown from there. I've camped at Angletown before. This route up over Bowfell, second time I've done that climbers traverse now. Certainly won't be the last time I'll do it, but usually we'll go up to 3 times. I've done it a couple of times as day walk. 3 or 4 times we camp at various places. And we usually come over this way, like I said, up down to our Gap, down to Angletown. I've camped at Angletown before. And then obviously there's Rossett Pike, which is a Wainwright. And you can go straight down Rossett Gill and all. There is a route straight down there, and if you follow that route down, there's an old grave just off side of there called Pat Woman's Grave. And there's a big cross, I think I might have mentioned it before. There's like a big stone cross. Can't remember the exact details, but obviously it was a woman that used to live down in Langdale, down here somewhere. And she used to do this route of at top down into Wasdale on a regular basis, trading and stuff. So as a mark of respect, they buried her. Well, that's the rumour anyway, or the myth or whatever you want to call it, and they buried her on that hillside down there, and there's a big stone cross that marks where she's buried, Pat Woman's Grave. So it's quite tricky to find, to be honest. I bet I've been to it 3 times I think, and I bet I couldn't even go straight to it now. I'd have to search for it. So you can go down Rossett Gill, or there is the actual path that winds its way down. back down into Langdale, you pick Cumbria way up and back down into Old Dungeon at Hotel Wait, Cars Park. So that's the route that I'm going to be taking down. It is a really nice route up over Bowfell, this. Come up over Band, up over Bowfell, down to Langdale Town, and like I said, back down Rossick Pike path, back down to Old Dungeon. Right, I'm going to sup my coffee, get my porridge, and then we'll think about having a steady pack up. Oh, right, it's gone 8 o'clock now, and it's always the same in it when it's starting to get cold like this on a morning. I don't want to get out of that bag, but I've forced myself. As much as I like to have ligged in that all morning, I've got changed out of my bed gear and that. Bike. This clag keeps coming in. I don't know if I showed you earlier on, there was a big bank of cloud rising up from just in valley down here. I think it's top end of Esk Valley, this Pike of Beale, and that's just down here. And it were all rising up. Hot cloud were all rising up in here. Because breeze is coming this way, not long after it, we were clagged out again for about 10-15 minutes. I've been ligged in there with the door open, and it's all clagged out. A little bit of wind got up, but as you can see, it's cleared again. I mean, it is supposed to be raining, and looking at that's coming over Scarfell range and over Hill Crag and that there, it's looking a bit ominous. There might be a little bit in that, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get rest of my gear packed up, get my bag packed and everything, and we'll make a move. We'll get off. Right, that is it, all packed up, bag on back. That's where I was. You can see it dry patch there. You know, the squirt leave no trace. As always, it's turned out to be a beautiful morning, to be fair. Forecast wrong again. Like I was saying earlier on, it was supposed to be foggy and misty till like 10 o'clock and then rain, but it's, you know, it's one of them really nice mornings in mountains. It's nice and moody, bit of cloud. I like to see it like this, me. I much prefer it in mountains, proper mountain weather this. Don't get me wrong, I love blue skies and everything and sun in summer, but when it's like this is proper mountain weather this. One last little look down Bowfell Buttress, and that's it. Like I was saying earlier, we're going to follow the path round. Well, I might actually just skirt over the top here alongside it ridge, and then we'll drop down into All Gap. We'll make us way down Angle Town, down Rossick Gill, right down to Cumbria Way. We pick Cumbria Way up at bottom where it goes off at Stakes Pass, back down to Old Dungeon Gill. Let's get going. Right, then we've hit All Gap. It's the sort of call between coming off a Bowfell just behind me back up there and looking up to S Pike. I think it's called All Gap because on path up there it's quite red. All stone's quite red, and there's a little bit, you can just see it here a little bit. I don't know if they can make out path's a little bit red and dirt. That indicates that there's iron in it, iron ore. That's where ore comes from. So yeah, we make us way down here now. We follow this path, a little bit steep in places, down to Angle Town. Look at this low cloud. This is what I like to see, this, me. That beautiful low cloud there looking over to that'll be like go on, Allen Crags, you've got Allen Crags, Glaramara, all that lot on this side just here. Beautiful. Right then, we'll follow this path, like I said, make us way down to Angletown. So this is the sort of stuff you're walking down this route. It's all loose, scree, bouldery stuff, small stuff. There's a few football sized boulders chucked in here and there, but yeah, that's the sort of stuff you're walking down when you're walking down this route towards Angletown. Can't see it just yet, it's just round the corner. We've got that low cloud coming in and out, really nice looking. Love to see it like this, me, love to see it. Proper mountain feel you get when it's like this. Right, we'll keep going, follow the path down, shouldn't be long before we're seeing Angletown. Just as we get a little bit further down here, we should see it down to the right hand side here. Right then, we've reached the stone staircase that leads you down. Here is Angletown. We follow the stone staircase down it at the bottom. This other summit just in front and is just here, that's Rossett Pike. That is one I want to camp on at some point. I really want to camp on that one, because the view from off the top of the down Langdale, it's something special, to be fair. But yeah, follow this staircase down, lovely view of Angletown. Carries on off up the other side, skirt side of Rossett Pike there, drop over at the top, and then we're off down Rossett Gill, then back down to Old Dungeon Gill. Right, then we've reached the bottom. Beautiful spot this. Camped here years ago, I don't know if I've said, camped here years ago. Did the same route as what we're doing. Come up over Bowfell from Langdale, Old Dungeon Gill, up over Bowfell down here, and we camped. It wasn't snow and all, it was pretty deep. And we camped down here somewhere, along edge. That's years ago that. I bet it's about 6, 7, 8 years ago that. That was a good one that. It's a beautiful spot. A lot quieter than the other Angletown above Hartsop. Because this one's a lot harder to get to. And it's warming up now, so I'm just going to take my pack off, take this wind shirt off before I start getting any sweatier out like that. We'll start climbing up over the stone staircase just here. That's Rossett Pike just above there. You can't see it summit, it's just over the top, but we go off to it right up here. Start dropping down Rossett Gill. Right, I'm going to take this off. Right then, we've just come over at Brow. We're just at the top of Rossett Gill, which is straight down there. You can actually go down there. I have done it once. It's very sketchy because it's I don't know how they'll be able to make out. It's very loose scree and rock, but you can actually go down there. But today we are going along the main path, the main route. Goes a little bit further over there and then switches back and then comes down and drop down into the valley, then pick Cumbria way up back down to Langdale. Yeah, it is it's an interesting route going down that one. Can't say that I'm bothered about doing it again, but that is the route we took down the first time from up here when we went looking for that Pat woman's grave. But we didn't sort of realise at the time that if you just follow this path, you can get off to it a lot easier off at the main path than you can if you go down there. So yeah, that was a lesson learned on first. Right Right, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but see just that hillside down there, I don't know if you can make path out. Sort of just there's a bright green sort of grassy knoll just down there, and you can see it cross made out of stones. That's the Pat woman's grave there. Like I say, it's not the easiest thing to get to really. It's knowing where it is. If you don't know where it is and you try coming looking for it, you could be climbing all over this hillside. You've sort of got to have an idea of where it is. And like I was saying up there, the first time we come down to it, we came down Rossett Gill here, cut across all this hillside here, across all boulders and rock, and we did find it like. But yeah, that's where it is, just there. Right, just for all that this, I've come off at path through all that boulder field just to show you this. There's not many in you will get to see this. And there it is. That is the Pat woman's grave. You make the cross art made out of stone. And like I was saying, it's I've not got that much detail about it, but basically a woman that used to live down in Langdale, I don't know her name, 16th, 17th century, maybe 17, 18 or something like that. She used to trade probably wool and coal or something like that, fabrics, over to Wasdale, and she used to do this route. I don't know, I wouldn't have thought every day, but certainly on a regular basis, maybe so many times a month or something like that. And when she died, obviously wherever she lived as a mark of respect, and the route that she used to do on a regular basis, that is where she's buried. Or that's the old wives' tale, or the myth, whatever you want to call it. That's the story behind it anyway. It'd be a bit strange to have a stone cross here, wouldn't it, marking out other than somebody's grave. So yeah, that is the Pat woman's grave. So now get back down to the path, which is right down there. Oh, just had a little wash there into water. Nice and cold, nice and refreshing. So we're on Cumbria Way now. Just back there. I'll just round the corner, you come over the bridge, over this beck. Past the junction for State Pass just up there. And the last time we came on here, or I were on here, was last June when we went to Cumbria Way with Paul. What a cracking week that was that we had along there. Along Cumbria Way, 5 days of absolutely beautiful weather. Couldn't vote for better, to be honest. So yeah, we're on the Cumbria Way now. Nice steady walk back into Langdale, or Old Dungeon Gill should I say. Back to the car park. Right then, we're only about 10 or 15 minutes off of Old Dungeon Gill, maybe not that. So I'm going to wrap it up here for this one. That's looking back along the route that we did. This is the band here. Kinkle Crags up behind there, and then up behind there Bowfell. And you can see Rossett Pike, Rossett Gill just there. And then on the Cumbria Way back into Old Dungeon Gill. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've really enjoyed that one. So thanks for watching as always. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you up next time.